Hello once again. My name is Makaila. I'm a licensed esthetician here at Dandle Spa in Chattanooga, and today we're going to be talking about double cleansing, which is exactly what it sounds like, cleansing your face twice. And we're going to dive into why that's important, how it's going to benefit you, and what's a good routine for you, and which cleansers are we going to pick. First, I do want to touch up on the fact that everybody should be double cleansing. It really is not for any specific skin type. It really is just a good way of making sure we are getting all dirt, oil, debris, and making sure we're hydrating the skin if you're a dry skinned client. So kind of like you guys had heard before from Hannah in her balm video, we are going to be sweeping up any of the dirt so that when you are mopping, you are not just making it stick to the floor. So that first cleanse is going to get that makeup, that SPF, that oil, and then that second cleanse is actually going to clean the face, give you that glow, and actually kind of shine the floors. There are a few types of first cleanse options, so I will be touching up on a few today. We're going to be talking about cream cleansers, balm cleansers, and then some oil cleansers, which are not quite as popular on the spectrum, but we're going to talk about why you should like them a little bit more. So first we are going to be talking about a cream cleanser, and this is one that we do have in our store, and we do use this in almost every single signature facial. This one is a fan favorite, and it gives great hydration, especially if you're aging or even just a little bit more dry. So a cream cleanser is going to be really good for a dry, sensitive client or somebody who may even have rosacea, because it's going to get a little bit of hydration in, but it's also going to make sure it's getting off any dirt or oils or anything that would keep your second cleanse from getting everything off. But I wouldn't recommend this as a makeup remover. We would probably need another step before that, since cream is a little bit more on the gentle side. So we're not stripping the skin as much, so I would keep that in mind if you are a heavy makeup user but you are insanely dry. We just want to be sure that we are taking off that makeup first, whether that's with a good micellar water. I would not recommend makeup wipes, but then following that up with your double cleanse routine. Another option for a first cleanse would be a balm cleanser. This is a cleanser that starts as a balm, kind of looks like chapstick, and it does turn and melt into an oil that is going to clean off makeup a lot better than a cream cleanser. So this would be a great option if you are any type of skin type, but you just wear heavy makeup a lot, or you're wearing heavy SPF all the time, you're always outside, you're always sweating, you're always doing sports. That's where a balm is probably going to be a really good option for you. It kind of does have that hydrating benefit, but it also does get everything swept off the face before we really do need to get in there and make sure we're getting a deep cleanse to prepare for the next day. A good example of a cleansing balm would be our Dandle Cleansing Balm. We use this for a lot of makeup removal in our facials, and we do recommend this to a lot of clients who just don't quite know what they want for a first cleanse, since this is a good all-rounder for all skin types. That kind of leads me to talk about oil cleansers in general, since they do kind of have a bad rep from our oilier and acne-prone clients. They do not cause more oil reduction or more acne if we are using the right kind. So I keep an eye out for lighter oils, lighter oil cleansers, ones that are more specifically for your skin type, but I would double check those ingredients. And we personally use jojoba oil in our spa to massage almost every single one of our clients with that facial massage, and we do not have any active breakouts from that. So if that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, you can absolutely find a jojoba based cleanser. And there is also grapeseed oil that is a little bit cleaner as well, so you can kind of customize that to your skin type. Just be sure we're aware of how heavy that is. And then once it comes to that second cleanse, it really is whatever cleanser works best for you, as long as it's not stripping the skin. So I would keep an eye out for active cleansers, making sure we're not using a salicylic acid cleanser every single day and every single night, because we don't want to strip the skin, especially with a double cleanse routine. You're going to have more of a benefit from a double cleanse than using a harsher gel cleanser by itself. So we don't necessarily want to mix that as well, but that's what's going to give you the perfect mixture for your skin type. So to kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what that routine would look like if we start to do that on the daily, it would be to start dry with your hands in your face. You are going to put that cream, that oil, or that balm on your hands. You're going to get it all over the hands and start to wash the face for about 30 to 60 seconds, which is the recommended amount. And then that's when we are going to get the hands wet to start to emulsify those products. So we're kind of gathering everything together on that first dry rub, but then we are actively cleansing stuff by giving that friction and actually washing the face. And then after that first cleanse, that's when you can rinse off and go in with the second cleanse. And you will notice those bubbles are going to bubble more if we are using a gel bubbling cleanser. One way that I also like to think about it is when I'm in the shower, I want to double cleanse my scalp because the first shampoo doesn't bubble a lot at all. It really just takes all the oil and holds it together and gets it ready for that second cleanse. And you notice with the bubbles on that second cleanse that you're getting deeper, you're getting more of a cleanse, and there wasn't even as much that you were needing to pick up because you already got a first cleanse in there. So it'll definitely make the face feel a lot cleaner in the same way that your scalp feels a lot cleaner and a lot cooler after a double wash. And I just wanted to touch up on a few things to avoid if you are going to start a double cleansing routine. If you are a consistent SPF or makeup wearer, you do not want to skip this morning or night. We want to be sure we're getting all of that off because a lot of the extractions we're seeing on the esthetician side of things have makeup and oil buildup that you're not double cleansing out and that we're getting in there and we're helping you with. And people are always wondering how they're glowing so much or how they're so soft afterwards or how their pores don't have any more texture. It's because we're getting in there and we're getting them out with that double cleanse and we are adhering that to your skin needs. A few things to be aware of if you are wanting to start a double cleanse routine is just to make sure you are getting that good first cleanse for yourself. So I would just do my research, make sure you know what skin type you have and which of the 3 types would work best for your skin. And then we also need to make sure we're not following it up with harsh ingredients like I was saying before. So a good second cleanse that is actually going to benefit your skin. Another thing I would be aware of is just making sure we're washing off that first cleanse all the way. You don't want anything to interfere with that second cleanse so that you are getting the best results of that double cleanse routine.